Hey everybody, Doug here from 2 Plus Stuff, and I'm having a lazy and chill Sunday, and I'm also hanging out with my good buddy Jack. So let's go over
Hi,
here.
that's me.
Hey, it is in fact you. Let me move my cursor out of the way here, and we'll minimize you so you go over here. All right, so we're doing something a little bit different today, where Jack did some shopping and
Yes, I did.
kind of clued me in. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna keep painting some Gene Stealer. Jack, tell me how you been, man. You haven't been on the channel in a little while.
I was here. I was on with Lord Master of Sobek not too long ago, but
Yeah,
I
okay.
was on Rarecast earlier this week. So people
Yeah.
can,
How was
they can
that?
get their fill of Jack if they want. I'm around. It was a lot of fun. He's a
Cool.
good dude, and yeah, he can hold the conversation. He reminds me of Sobek in that way a little bit. They
Yeah.
once they go, they're just going and going and going. You just gotta jump in when you can, like double dutch.
Right on. Okay, I see everything's working online. Cool. That's good. Glad you had a good time. Um, so tell us about your shopping endeavor that makes this a hobby haul video.
Oh, okay. This is a hobby hall. So this morning, got up. It's a good day. And then our friend Brent from Rear Only Ones, everybody knows him. He messaged the chat we're in that he saw a guy on the local Age of Sigmar group, or the Northwest Warhammer group, actually, posted that he came into, uh, he bought a hall estate sale. Somebody passed away, which is sad anytime that happens. But the guy had, I would say, $50,000 worth of Games Workshop stuff.
Yep, it was
Like
a
in that,
full. It was a store and
yeah,
more.
yeah, it was more than a store. It was the most I've ever seen in one time. And so he bought the whole thing, and now he's selling it off. And so we went down there. You know, it's unfortunate the guy passed away, but it's like, you know, we're putting this stuff to good use. It's
Yep.
a good thing to do. So went down there, talked to a great guy. His name was Evan, and invited us into his home so we could peruse. And it was like, it was so much. It was intimidating because there was you. I wanted so much. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, I want this. Oh, I want this. I want this. And this. I had to cut. I spent a decent amount of money, but from what I got. So we're gonna go first over what I picked up, and then I'll
Yep.
show you what Douglas from Two Plus Tough grabbed.
Yeah.
Let me.
They were able to help me out remotely. Thank big shout out to Brent for that.
Yes, but yeah, this was like I did not expect the day to go this way, but hey, you gotta seize. Okay, so we're gonna start off. I'm not gonna tell you what I paid for it, but I got done for it. So first thing I picked up
Hold it
was
up a
this
little
here.
higher. There you go. All
A little
right.
bit of my head. Got a unit of Vanguard. Very good. I got a unit of. Oh, well, these are for my brother. So he said he's going to pay me back. So they're mine until he pays me. So witch elves,
Yep.
and like it was like half in boxes, half models that were built. And I got to say, as a person who buys stuff off eBay a lot, the guy did a great job of cleaning mold lines, which I
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
super happy.
It's a
Um,
selling
so
point.
if you guys see my Instagram, I built 40 Iron Drakes recently. That's what I'm working on my next project. Right now they're in the base coat stage a little bit. So I picked up another box for a
No.
lot less than what I paid for the ones I have now. So I might make another unit of 10, or hey, I might get some Iron Breakers. Who knows?
There you go.
That's that. And now here's some more stuff. All right, that'll be my last stuff I show. I picked up a Heinrich Kimmler because I've always wanted this model, and I think he's pretty cool.
He's a cool guy.
I have Crow right here. Now I have Kimmler. So if I ever want to replay some Total War or anything like that on the tabletop, I can do that. I picked up 3 Skull Crushers for a very. Oops, I dropped one on the floor. 3 Skull Crushers that were built, and I believe they're on the wrong base size. If anybody in the chat can tell me, these look like 2 small bases, but I haven't ran these before. And
Huh.
so, season 1 of what we're going to do for Rerolling Ones, I'm playing Corn. You're going to see Cordell back on the channel. And I'm
Boom.
going to try to pick these guys up to match my Corn army. I have 3 unbuilt, but I know I like them because they have like 5 wounds and 3 up save. So I bought more of these. These are going to get painted up sooner or later in my bone-themed storm Corn.
Cool.
I also picked up 5 of these guys who are, I forget their name. They're the Wrathmonger kit, but the other build.
Oh, the Skull Reapers.
Skull Reapers. So I got 5 of these guys again, beautifully, not sculpted, but beautifully taken care of. Like all the mold lines are gone, which is amazing. And I got this guy because I thought he was cool. Yeah, I don't really play 40k, and Abreast, he's a Dark Eldar Snake Man, and I was like, dude, this guy would be great for Seraphon. If I was thinking about cutting off his guns and giving him a big shield and making him a Sunblood.
Oh yeah.
Maybe a Sunblood who prays Sotek or something like that. Yeah, I haven't read the lore in the new book yet, but hey, a snake guy seems super cool. And here's some more of. Let me just bring this box here.
What else you get?
So all of my Skull Crushers. I think what'd you call them again? Skull Takers.
Skull Reapers.
Skull Reapers. There we go. Okay. I picked up 20 of these. I think they're Wildwood Rangers. I picked them up because I have a box of 10 Eternal Guards that can be in these, or they can be Wildwood Rangers or Eternal Guard. And so he had 20 there. And I had a Nomad Prince as well. And so I was like, hey, if I get these 20, I can make the War Scroll Battalion for Living Cities.
Oh, yeah.
And just because I wanted to see that on the channel, I haven't seen anybody play it. And hey, Living Cities with 2 magic items would be cool. So I got 20 of those guys. And again, these are very good prices. You're like, it's very good. So, okay, and that is it for not what I got. Because now it's on to, it's kind of a new thing I want to do for the channel. I want to do a series with my brother where we both play Seraphon. And so I bought a lot of Seraphon stuff for myself.
Ooh.
Because I bought Lord Croak and a Slan just because I think they're amazing in Stormcast. They answer a lot of the questions Stormcast need command points. These guys are pumping out, 1 to 3 every turn. And so what I picked up for myself is a Skink Priest with a little cloaky feather thing.
Mm-hmm.
He looks really cool. I picked up 2 units of 5 Chameleon Skinks. So now I have 10.
Yep.
I picked up, let's see, that's Doug's. Picked up a Razor Dawn.
Mm-hmm. Ooh. You got Razor Dawn. Nice.
Razor Dawn. Picked up another Razor Dawn. So 2 Razor Dawns. Then I grabbed a Salamander.
Oh, yeah, Salamander there. Nice.
They had Salamanders. I took them first. That was the first thing I did. Another Salamander.
I noticed you didn't let me know about that guy.
They were already taken. By the time you said you wanted to Seraphon, I already grabbed them. Astrolith Bear. Skink Star Priest. And a Source Scarvet on Cold One.
On Cold One. Okay, right on.
And that is it for all the stuff that I got for me. Oops. Brent left one of his guys in my box. Mine now.
Freebie.
I'll let you know. And so now, moving on to our favorite YouTuber, our favorite AOS content creator, mine and yours, Douglas Griggs, what he got.
Yeah.
He picked up a Slan.
Mm-hmm.
That's because I already had one. That's why I didn't get it. Let's see what else he got. He got a nice fat start collecting box.
Got 2 of them.
Hey, who's telling this? Me or you?
Okay, well, you take your sweet precious time.
It's called suspense.
Yeah.
All right, we got another start collecting box for Doug. So that's 2. We got 2. See, I'll do 2 at a time to speed up for you. We got 2 units of Source Guard, so that's 15 total there. They come in units of 5, so that's a lot of those.
Mm-hmm.
Doug got a unit of Pterodons, which you can make 2 units of Pterodon Riders. You can make Rickerberdactyls or Pterodons, and you can make the characters now. But the thing about when you make characters is you kind of have 2 extra ones, so you might want to go on eBay or something and get you a 3rd one. But 2 units of Pterodons. Looking at the War Scrolls, I think Pterodons are better.
Really?
But yeah. Because they have that thing if you team up with their leader, their 1-drop where they drop the mortal wound thing, instead of it on a 4-up, if you use a command ability, it's on a 2-up.
Oh, cool.
So you're doing all those mortal wounds on a 2-up once per game. So I do like it. You know, you no longer, it's not abusive like last time where you can go outside of 3, move, drop,
Right.
shoot, charge, attack. That's gone. So I'm happy. But they still have that mortal wound drop. And that is what we hobby hauled. So yeah, it was fun. It was I definitely would go back, but I'm promise myself I'm not gonna. The one thing I did want from the pictures, I wanted a Star Drake, and it was gone by the time I got there.
Ah, sad day.
Yeah, so that is what we got, and now it's time to. What I'm going to work on is my Huracanum.
Sweet. So, do you have a like a list that you're working on or towards right now?
Yes, I have a Tempest Eye list, which I'm kind of sad because there was a GT in Australia, and AOS coach took his Tempest Eye army, and I think he went 1-4.
Oh,
So I'm like, what's going on? But I think my list is better than his. So he's gonna be up here in July or no June, I think, for to get on the channel, and we'll see who's listening.
Yeah, he's taking his show on the road, so that's exciting.
Yes, sir. What have you been up to today, sir?
Yesterday I had a terrible migraine, so honestly, I didn't get a whole lot of house chores done, and so yeah, just honestly, it was a slow day. I just did some stuff around the house, and been painting and making videos. So it's been it's been a struggle to make videos this week. My mind is a million places.
Yeah, migraines. I just over the past 3 years, they've kind of slowed down to a trickle. But yeah, migraines were like a monthly thing. So,
Yeah.
I feel you, my friend.
Well, it's not just migraines. It's just I'm just distracted. A lot of the stuff that's going on in the world today affects my work and that kind of thing. So it's been nice to have a day just to kind of escape a little bit.
It's been interesting. My level of like, if it was on like a chart with ups and downs, I started super low, not concerned at all, and then like the NBA stuff happened and Adepticon, it spiked super high, and I'm like, oh no, and then I heard some stats where then I was like, oh, okay, and then now it's back low again.
But you're not worried?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, honestly, I'm not worried either. We just have to get through it.
Yeah, just getting through it is the main thing right now. Where it's like until life is kind of back to normal. My fear, this is one of my biggest fears, is that this becomes like a thing that happens every few years, like the norm. Because growing up in the Pacific Northwest, I never had to deal with like brush fires or anything like that. It was always been clear and beautiful. But over the past few years, there's been so many fires in Eastern Washington. Like during the summer, it's all cloudy.
Yeah.
From brush fires, and I'm like, is this like going to happen all the time now? And so that's one of the things. Like, I hope this doesn't become a recurrence. I hope we get through it as a species.
As a Pacific Northwest species, absolutely.
No, not the fires.
I know. I'm just playing with you. Yeah. It's it's one of those things. It was always going to happen in a global economy in a world and that kind of stuff. So it is what it is. We'll be fine. Everyone's fine.
We're fine. No Adepticon. I was bummed out about Adepticon. Now I'm recovering. I hope so. There's a GT next weekend. I hope it doesn't get canceled.
Which one's that?
Rose City Wrath down in Portland, Oregon.
Oh yeah. I don't know. I feel like if they haven't canceled it already, I mean.
True that. We've had a few people pull out, but hopefully it still goes on.
Mm-hmm.
Show must go on. Okay. So this jack off,
it
has a little hitch and stuff like that. Our friend Cranky Old Gamer did all the green stuff. I'm awful at green stuff, so I want to thank him. Let me hold it up a little more. So he did the green stuff. This used to be like a Lord Celestin or one of these jack off riders would ride it, but now it's going to be pulling my Huracanum.
That's so rad.
Who will also have Balthazar Gelt on top of it as its wizard.
Gonna be so he's riding in the Huracanum.
Yeah, he's just standing on the platform. I cut his legs off because he rides like a Pegasus.
Yeah.
And then I glued it very well to some lower legs. And Greg, the guy who did this, is going to green stuff the cloak and make it look all nice and neat.
Oh, cool.
And so that's going to be I should definitely win some points. And like, so my Huracanum, you know how it has all the planets and stuff?
Yep.
I make all my planets flat, like realms.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like an up to date Huracanum.
You heard it here first. Jack's a flat realmer.
Yeah. Oh, someone mentioned something in the chat that I'm curious about too. So, what's the deal with the Seraphon lower? That coming out next week?
So I have one video recorded and done and ready for tomorrow.
Ooh, that's what I'm talking about.
So there will be video tomorrow. After that, because frankly, guys, I work in healthcare. My world's been rocked pretty hard. We're in Seattle, and so I started notes for a second video. So the videos I have done are Seraphon and Ironwell Arsenal from Cities of Sigmar because I just worked ahead, not knowing if my Seraphon book was going to arrive on time.
Yeah.
So yeah, those are the ones I have done in the hopper. But yeah, as far as more Seraphon, there's going to be more because I want to talk about all the little sub factions and stuff.
Dope. Now you are a Coalesced man. I myself I'm a Star Boy. So what do you like about Coalesced?
I'm gonna level with you. It's more the idea of them than how they actually play.
Yeah, that's part of it.
Honestly, like today after you guys told me like, oh yeah, I made the deal with the guy and got the Seraphon. Was pretty much the first time I really looked hard at the rules. So what do the Coalesced get for giving up, star powers?
So Coalesced, they get added. They get an extra jaw attack, which in some cases is very good. Like for the Saurus, you're I think hitting on 5s, winning on 4s, minus no rend 1 damage.
Yep.
But in some cases, like the Salamanders, which you don't have any of, or the the Carnosaur, you're doing 5 damage or D3 damage and stuff like that. So it's one more jaw attack. You don't get positive or negative modifiers to your bravery. So the bravery 8 usually, and so if you have like sinister terrain or somebody casts a spell on you, it doesn't do anything. But that being said, if you have 20 models, you don't get a +2 bonus to your bravery.
Right.
So that's I think that's like Cold Blooded or something. What else do they have? So you take like something's Clodal's Claws or the Thunderquake, I believe and so the Thunderquake you get to have +2 wounds on all your big monsters, which is cool. And Clodal's Claws. I don't have the book. I don't have the book with me, but they each have their own unique. I'm gonna call them Storm Host because I call everything Storm Host. Yep. They're Storm Host. You have those two, and there's a total of 8 War Scroll battalions, not counting the Mega battalions, which you need like 5,000 points to play.
Right.
So they all have the same beginning name, but if it's a Coalesced, it's called Temple Host rather than Star Host.
Got it.
Some of them are good. Some of them are like, eh. Like I think the Sunclaw Star Host for Starborn is really good, but the Sunclaw Star Host for Coalesced is one of those. I'll probably take something else.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's a bunch of different ways to play. You can have the same army, just switch the allegiance, and you have a completely different army.
Well, that's honestly, and that's the selling point for Seraphon for me. Is like I read enough of the book, and you and I were chatting about it. It's like I love my Magakin. I have 0 plans to get rid of them. I like that they're a one-trick pony. They're easy to do. But if I want to do anything but the exact list that I've made, I need to make some purchases because the book has but very little ability to be like, I can use these models in different ways. It's like, no, you just have different kinds of models. You have to buy more if you want to try something different. Whereas, good.
Not a lot of synergy between the demons and the mortals.
Yeah, and so one of the things I liked about Seraphon and Cities of Sigmar, for that matter, was just I don't know, your approach of like, I have these models, but you can play them in just very different ways, just because.
Yeah. Oh, like in Dread Nautilus, pointing out, Slave the Darkness is like the king of that. One army, you play it so many different ways. That is a good point. Okay, I have a question for the chat. Now, Doug is one of the coolest guys I know, and he's offered to help me pay my way too much Cities of Sigmar. And I'm having trouble. What should I let him paint? Should I let him help him? Let him paint. He's like, you get to paint my stuff.
Exactly.
What should I ask him to paint for me? It's a tie between. But these Wildwood Rangers I just picked up, and apparently I stole this, but I don't remember putting this in there. Oops. Sorry, Patrick. So the Wildwood Rangers, I have a bunch of the Corsairs or the Dark Shards, which are the bow guys, the crossbow guys.
Are there any of those specifically you're going to use in like either your tournament list or your channel thing?
The Dark Shards definitely.
Okay.
So I was going to say Dark Shards or the horses, like the guys riding the horses, because you did paint the horses already.
Oh, okay. I assumed you wanted me just to paint the horses because you already got the riders done.
Oh, riders weren't done. I was just putting. I just needed 3 colors.
Okay. Well, I'm not gonna tell the chat what to do. I just suggest doing stuff that you'll use sooner rather than later, so it's not just sitting there.
Or let's do the Dark Shards. You convinced me.
Oh, okay.
So I'll just give you 10, and you'll let me know how you feel after that.
Can you prime them with lead belcher?
Lead belcher. Like I'll show you what they look like because I already have like a part of it done.
Okay.
Because they like the blue is painted on all of them.
Uh-huh. Yeah. We'll hook you up with some dark shards. That'd be awesome.
Sweet. Is lead belcher something you like priming stuff with?
I remember because I looked at them for doing them for you a while back, and they're a lot of chainmail on their bodies, and then I would just go into the robes and stuff like that and paint that up.
Oh, cool. Probably been easier if I'd have done that.
It depends on your scheme. If you want to have like a colored metal, then that would be different. But I don't know. So yeah, we'll hook you up.
Sweet, thank you, Doug.
How many do you need painted in total? Like,
I'm gonna have 40 eventually, but I'll
okay.
Give you 10. Because I have it's this batch painting thing is like
it's a grind, right?
Yeah, it's like how do you do it? You like look at that army you're painting right now. You're almost done with another army.
I am, yeah. Actually, I've been on a cruise lately. I think it's honestly because the world is so stressful right now that like painting is my relaxation. So I'm just like cranking things out like a madman. But yeah, so I've gotten quite a bit of Maggotkin and these guys, and I went from 0 to 1,000 points of painted Gene Stealer in no time. And I'm liking them.
First ever army was Seraphon 2 years ago, and in the past year I sold them. Got Corn, then Bone Splitters, and STD, and literally just purchased a new inbox of Death Army. But now I want to do Dilos. That's brutal. You sound like Doug.
I have no regrets.
My favorite stat is the armies you've bought and painted twice.
Yeah. Yeah, we got Stormcast, Bone Splitters. I don't really count Iron Jaws because it was the same one that I painted, and all I did was touch them up.
Yeah, it doesn't really count.
What else? I don't know. We'll see. Once I get fully set up with this here paintbrush, I'm curious to see how limitless my possibilities are.
Oh, the airbrush?
Yeah.
Yes, I finally spent some change on an airbrush. I actually went out and spent some money, and it came, and it did not fit my compressor at all, or the hoses. The guy who told me to get that airbrush, I was like, hey, man, this doesn't work for me. And he was like, oh, don't worry, I got you, boo. And he just gave me all the stuff I needed. So I'm curious to actually start to use that soon.
What kind of brush is it?
It is a Badger.
Okay.
Badger, mushroom. That's what it is.
All right. Yeah, I was looking at those too. I mean, I took Vince Venturella's advice and just bought this cheapo little thing to like learn.
Mm-hmm.
But I think honestly, after just priming that one vehicle, I was like, I'm gonna grow out of this pretty quick. This is not complicated. But I don't know. The Chromie brush is a good one for just priming stuff. It's good for big areas.
Yeah, definitely just prime. Or I use my airbrush to do the Cantor blue on all my Iron Drakes.
Oh yeah. Excited. You are getting an airbrush. Fully recommend Badger Style and Res primers. They're so good. Okay, I'll check those out. I was actually looking to find a good airbrush primer. But yeah, I don't know. Honestly, I don't expect that I will use it for everything. But I mean, even honestly, even just in the stuff that I did do, where I threw down the gray for the vehicles and then did the gunmetal on the weapons. That, I mean, just doing that saved me a lot of time.
Got to tell Brent that I have his model here, so he doesn't get freaked out.
Which model's that?
The Rune Master.
Uh-huh.
It's pretty cool.
Stealing from Brent. Huh?
Yeah, this one I actually stole. So, whoops. I'm gonna get it back to him. I don't want it.
What did Mark and Brent get?
Okay, so Mark, he went. He was the most conservative, I think, out of us because he didn't go big. He spent some change, but it was like all practical stuff. It was like, well, he needed more. Yeah. He's like, well, I need more skeletons and Graveguard to fill out my undead force because right now it's just kind of plays what he has. And he bought a Hell Pit upon Abomination. Oh, that was cool.
Oh, cool.
And, he bought a really cool terrain piece. Like it's like the center of that big castle that they used to sell. Like the centerpiece he's been looking for, and he got that.
Oh, yes. I do know what you're talking about now. Yep.
Got that, and I think that might be it. Oh, I think he put back Archon, the black. Oh, he got like a vampire on foot and a vampire mounted as well.
Oh, cool.
Brent, again, more conservative. He bought stuff for armies that he has. But
he owns 9,000 armies.
Yeah. So he bought, I think, 4 boxes of Crypt Flayers / Crypt Horrors.
Okay.
And because we're re-rolling ones, he's going to build the Crypt Horrors.
Okay.
He bought 2 units of Hammerers because he wants to play Kadrak Flynn or something like Barak Flynn or whatever. The KO thing that lets you take Duradin.
Okay.
So you got Possessed or Fire Slayers in there. And so he brought 2 units of Hammerers, and he also bought something else boring. I bought so something very responsible, as Brent is.
That's funny. Yeah, no. Once you guys, because I came into the conversation a little bit late, but once I figured out what you guys were doing, like, oh, there's a guy just clearing out models that are cheap as chips relatively to buying them new. Like, I'm in. If I was ever going to grab a starter for Seraphon, that's the way to do it.
Oh, we got a question from Boss Slagfist.
Yes.
Doug and Jack. So with Adepticon canceled this year, you guys thinking about trying again next year? I'll go first. Yes, I already have my Nova ticket. Went to the LVO this year. I don't think I'll do Midwest Meltdown. Maybe we'll see. So I canceled my vacation for next week or the week after. So I might move that to Midwest Meltdown, but I heard they're sold out, and so I don't know if I'll do that now. But I'm all in on the conventions. I have a blast every time I go, and so I'm going to make it part of the rotation.
Yeah, and for me, yes, there is a strong possibility that I will be actually living in Iowa when that comes up. So I will be there at this time next year.
Yeah, sad face for me. I lose my Warhammer friend.
I know, but we can still do this stuff.
That's true.
But yeah, so that's what's going on with me. So anyway, that'll be super convenient. So hopefully, yes, I have no problem. And that's the thing. Like I don't. Apparently, there are people who are upset. I don't fully understand why, but it's whatever.
Upset about what?
The Adepticon canceling. Like I'm not like I'm just sad, but like upset with the organizers for doing it. I was like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, it's some people like, oh, this was all government, blah blah blah. So you kind of like, yeah, man, you got to accept things sometimes.
Yep.
I feel bad because just when I think about all the money that's being lost.
I know.
It's like even for the little guys who like it really hurts them. This is their business, and now, they're not able to feed their families. So hopefully, yeah, go out and support like local vendors, people who are going to go to Adepticon, hopefully selling stuff.
Yep.
And if you can, or you can be like me and get it real cheap from a estate sale. But if you don't have a deal like that, hey, support your local vendors, support people because they got families to feed, and they're losing out on a lot of money right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a
If
tough
you,
place to be in.
yeah,
Especially, I mean, that's a big trade. It's functionally a trade show for a lot of those
yeah,
companies to
totally.
show off their goods and stuff.
Yeah, I didn't realize that much until so Seattle Comic Con canceled, and I saw a bunch of posts for people who like sell stuff there, and they're having that's a big nut that they're gonna miss. But it's moving back a couple months, I believe.
Oh, is it really? Cool.
And also, like it sucks because Wet Coast GT is a big GT in Vancouver. They canceled, so hopefully
Hmm.
we get this under wraps and get the business as usual.
Yeah, yeah. I'll say what I always say. It'll be fine. It's fine. Everything's fine.
You do always say that.
I do. 100%.
Yep. That you say, here's the thing.
Yep,
Just
yep.
all these. That's what you. Yep, yep, yep.
I always say yep, yep. Let's see. Oh, snap, it's Jack and Doug. It is, in fact. Let's see.
It is.
Did that Sea to Coast get canceled? Wargaming Cruise. Oh, I'm sure that. I'm sure that Wargaming Cruise is done.
Oh yeah, especially the cruise industry. I hope.
Yeah,
Like I was also one thing. I'm like, hey, maybe I'll do that, but maybe I'll just stay home and paint models too.
I know. I'm at this point where I'm like, man, I'll go on a cruise. For $40? Yeah, I'll go on a cruise.
Yeah, some sushi.
I don't know. Crazy
Mm-hmm.
times. But yeah. So you were working on her economy, you said?
Yeah, I have so much to do. It's like you're grabbing one thing, but if you're painting on this, you're not painting on that. I need to
Yeah.
paint these.
That's why I wanted to help you. I want to see that Cities of Sigmar soon.
Yeah, it's gonna be soon. It's gonna be soon. I was like, Adepticon being was a big pressure because I'm like, oh, I want to get Adepticon done. Like Rose City Wrath, I'm fine with having the 3 color minimum and based, so I can get them to the tabletop ready. But I
Yeah.
kind of wanted to shine or do my best for Adepticon, and I was going to be rushing it. And so, if you want to look, I'd rather it not have canceled, but it did. It's not all bad because I have a chance to actually put my best work on these models rather than hurrying up and trying to get it done so I can, have army done.
Makes sense. I dig it.
All right. Oh, and I also have so when we meet up, I want you to take these KO back,
Okay.
and we'll figure out at some point what
What,
maybe
what,
you can paint models or whatever.
what am I doing with
But
them? You just don't want them?
yeah, I'm like I have 1,500 points of unbuilt, partially painted KO, and there's just different color scheme, and so I like keeping my army looking the same, and
Mm-hmm.
so I thought you did a great job, and if you want to sell them, you can sell them or whatever.
Okay. Cool.
Right now, they're just taking up space.
Yeah, that's the worst thing for models to do, man. That's what I'm against.
I did use them in the latest bat rep. I used 10 of the Arcanaut Company as battle line in my Grand Alliance order.
Oh, nice. How'd they do for you?
They got to reroll hits because they were standing next to a reroll hit rolls of one, I think, or reroll hits one of the two because they were next to an objective. So that was cool. And they got killed by a bunch of blade guys. But I'm not going to say if I won or lost. But it was a great game. Friend Carrie, she came over with her Legion of Grief. We had a great battle report.
Sweet.
She's a local player in the same gaming club I'm in.
Uh-huh.
And we've been trying to get this in there for a while, back when she just played Nurgle. But now she's been doing well with Legion of Grief. And it's interesting the effects Seraphon are going to have on the competitive scene. Because they put stuff out there that not a lot of people have to deal with.
Mm.
For instance, as a general that she needs alive for her army to do all the cool stuff. Because her general is the thing that can bring back units once they're dead,
Yep.
which is like a feature of that army. And so what she usually does is she'll cast Palisades on the corner of the map and put her general right behind there.
Yep.
So until you dispel that, you can't be seen. Slan and Lord Croak and Slan have a spell that you don't need line of sight for, and it does D3 damage to D3 to D6 models on the table.
Eh.
And so I put Slan in that GA army, and I was just he's a +1 character, and so just getting that spell off, and I'm like every time I'm trying to kill your synergy piece,
Yep.
and it's going to make people have to rethink lists and things like that.
I love it already.
My Tempest Die army, I have a Aethematic Navigator as my general.
Uh-huh.
He's just a 5 wound model, but I put him inside of my ship. So now he has the first turn, because I'm Tempest Die, he has a 1-up save.
Yep.
For the rest of it, he has a 2-up save, -1 to hit. But he can be targeted because he's garrisoned in my boat. And you can just say, you know what? I'm going to do 3 mortal wounds to your general.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, do you see if you like that? Take it.
You have to say it just that smug too. Yes.
Yeah. And with the Slan are pretty hard to kill, especially if you have Eternity Warden or a Eternity Warden or the Source Guard. Yeah, they have the protection thing where on a 2-up they take the wound for the Slan.
I don't know, man.
And
Even on his own, he was not the easiest. Like he was not like killing a necromancer. He was a beefy boy.
Yep. And now he's like, well, I have effectively all these extra wounds.
Mm-hmm.
True through all these guard.
Yeah, actually, that's honestly why when you guys told me he had 30 guard, I was like, oh yeah, I'll do that. That's battle line in a Seraphon army. Heck yeah.
Well, they're pretty beefy. That's a nice list. The only thing about guard that I wish they used to have their own War Scroll battalion, which they don't anymore.
I was looking at that after I said yes and paid the guy. I was like looking at the battalions, and I was like, oh, they're not really included at all in these things.
Yeah, they're just good. They're not like I can buff them up as well. So they're 2 attacks, 3s and 3s, -1 rend, 1 damage. I'm not sure about their range. Do you know what their range is?
I think they have options. Like one's a 1 inch, one's a 2 inch. I think.
No,
My book's in the other room, so.
The Warriors are actually really good, especially in where you can get the normal guys with a -2 rend under Starborn.
Oh, we got a donation here. Thank you so much, Josh. He says, praise Nuffle, your sacrifice will be enjoyed this coming season. Yes, I'm doing a Blood Bowl campaign or season. I don't know. I guess, yeah, they call it a campaign. But
when are you doing that?
Huh?
When are you doing that?
It's online with our guys in our guys and gals in our Discord.
Oh, the video game Blood Bowl.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you were talking about the tabletop. I was like, what happened to Necromunda? I got
tired of waiting for you.
Okay, that's what you can paint up for me. Paint up my Necromunda.
Okay, I did Ben's.
Okay, yeah. Here we go. That was a good trade for the KO.
Yeah. Because we're gearing up. Me. So you went to Let's Play. You know these guys. So me, Ben, and our buddy Max are all gearing up for some Necromunda games. So I got my Eschers. There's Orlok. Max has Goliath, the big brute guys. So yeah, should be fun.
You totally need to. Hey man, we got to do 1 week at Let's Play, 1 week at Mox, because you are too kind. That's West Spokane you're driving out to go play some Warhammer.
Me?
Yeah, it's far. They got to go 1 week in Mox, so it's your home club, and then you go. You get share alike.
Oh yeah, you mean as far as Let's Play Cafe? Sorry, I was trying to figure out what you meant by.
West Spokane.
I was confused.
Over there, they need to come to your hood too.
Yeah, I mean honestly, they often offer. Well, at least Ben does frequently. It's just I mean my schedule is just crazy, and then sometimes I just want to be left alone from the world. But I know what you mean. Nah, they've always been cool about offering.
Cool.
So yeah.
What is everybody in the chat working on, if I ask? Let me see.
So I'll ramble while they're answering. So yeah, I'm excited. So we're doing what is it? Blood Bowl online, Necromunda in person, and then eventually, soon, sometime, hopefully, there should be a Necromunda video game, kind of like how they did Mordheim, same company. and I would be super excited to play that.
When you paint, do you usually do a test model first?
Not as much as I should. No, usually I just jump in because I have enough of an idea of what I want it to look like. Um, the times where that backfires, it's like a terrible backfire. It's like the worst.
Mm.
But yeah.
Trying to do it more and more.
Mr. Stew Plus, finally caught you live. You have the voice of an angel. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. He's a boy got talent.
Oh my gosh, that's funny. Voice of an angel. Yeah, someone told me I am I'm their ASMR thing, or it helps them sleep.
I used to listen to I fall asleep a lot listening to old school wrestling review. So it's OSW,
Oh
and
yeah,
there's these guys, and they talk about wrestling, and they're very funny. But I'll put that in the background, fall asleep, or I used to do God, is it Comics Explained? One of those comic book channels. He
yeah,
has a really deep voice too, and so I'm like, oh, it's soothing.
nice. Let's see, working on War Machine Crew, even though no one plays it around here. Yeah, it's been a tough thing to find lately around here as well. I think I don't think they're in a great spot, but we'll see.
I know my buddy Blake, plays War Machine, a lot of the things. He was sending me links to this other game that just got kickstarted, and
Yep, Warcaster.
yeah, and he was very very excited about that. And I was just like, I'm like, I can't do it, man. I'm sure it's very fun. I'm already pot committed to Age of Sigmar, man.
Yeah, it seems interesting. I feel like they haven't said enough interesting things about it to really hook me, if I'm honest. Someone can correct me in the chat if I'm wrong. I don't know. It just the way it's described. It's a lot of like the they've shown demos now, but in the actual like Kickstarter thing, it's a lot of like the evocative like fluff language, like you are the warcaster commanding all these mighty troops, but like there's not a lot of like substance of like who are these people? Why are they fighting? Why everybody got to be so mean? That kind of stuff where you're like, there's no, I don't know. World building
Mm.
has never been Privateer Press's strong suit, I don't think. But
Okay, so this game is also a Privateer Press game.
yep,
Is it set in the same world as the other thing, or is this brand new?
yes, it is. It is their version of almost like 40K, where it's like in the far, far future. So all the factions that were in War Machine and Hordes, like how they evolved.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yep. So I mean, there's very little carryover, but they can, kind of like how GW what does with like the Chaos Gods are the same. They can use some of the same lingo and that kind of thing. And
Good stuff. Good stuff.
it's interesting. I'm curious, people in the chat, what do you think of the Warcaster that's coming out? They did a play, like the demo of it. That's what I'm trying to say. My goodness, and it was cool. But the thing is, like, it was they talked very quickly. It was almost like watching Ash from Guerrilla Miniatures Games kind of explain stuff, where you're like, okay, I'm kind of on board, but you talk so fast, I don't really know.
Somebody said Warcaster uses what's that? Monpoc dice. I glanced at it. I thought it said myopic dice. What is
Yeah.
Monpoc?
Monpoc is their game, Monster Apocalypse.
Oh, okay. That game looks so cool, and that's one of the games like I think I could get my kids to play because they love like Godzilla and kaiju, and
Mm-hmm.
me an ear beating talking about some 70s Godzilla movie that they watched, and I'm just like, how did you get into this?
The internet, Dad.
Yeah, YouTube. Yep, YouTube. Those rabbit holes. Kids love
Mm-hmm.
kaiju.
Yeah. No, it does seem super fun, and I find the idea of the game interesting. Where like building the table is just as much part of the game as it is actually fighting through it. Because you and your opponent have to go back and forth and like construct a city together, and then you get to fight for it, which is cool.
Gotcha.
I like that kind of stuff. Let's see what the chat says.
Oh, I got a thing. A little announcement.
Go
I'm
for
in
it.
talks with Lars. Oscar was his first name Oscar or Lars?
Oscar.
The painter Oscar. I'm in talks with him to get a model painted for re-rolling ones.
Ooh.
Excited.
Mm-hmm. What you gonna do?
Celestin Prime.
Okay, solid choice. Solid choice.
So I purchased it today. They had one there, but it was already painted.
Yeah.
Once Nuance Brew, I believe. So purchased that today, and definitely going to get it in my sweet, super original Seahawks color scheme, trademark. But
I was gonna make a joke and say, "Is it gonna be Seahawks colored?"
yeah, you already know. I'm excited. Or it might be it might be Buffalo Bills colored. Who
Yep.
knows? Who knows? These really good painters don't like painting dark blue for some reason.
Yeah, I kind of get it, but
Yeah. So our good friend Cranky Old Gamer, if you go to his Instagram, he is painting up a beautiful Star Drake. Stunning.
it's
It's
yeah,
he says he painted my Archeon, and he thinks this paint job's the best one he's done.
yeah. It is seriously good
It's
looking.
stunning. But it does not match my Seahawk,
Eh,
my Seahawks painted Stormcast. It's definitely a brighter blue, but it's beautiful.
yep.
And he could be on loan from the Hammers of Sigmar. You never know.
Mm-hmm.
They fight together in the books all the time.
They do. What they need to do is make a what do you call it? Like a Death Watch version of Stormcast, where it's like a dude from each chamber.
Oh, that's a great idea. That's a cool like little theme for an army you could do.
Mm-hmm. I'm not doing Stormcast a third time.
Oh, what if they come out with a sweet new book?
I don't know. I think they're done supporting Stormcast based on this last year.
I think they'll get a new book into this year.
Oh, probably.
Hey, I hate predictions. Guess who just threw out a prediction? Call me Tom Lyons.
Hey,
So I would, what I'm interested in seeing in new Stormcast,
what up?
lightly armored Stormcast, like
Yep.
something where they're fast and just lightly armored.
I would love it if they just took a second look at all of the Vanguard stuff. And we're like, let's move them from a 4 up to a 5 up and give them some real gas in the engine. You know? Or just one wound. I mean, I'm fine with that if it's a one. Well, no, that's kind of a Stormcast thing, is being 2 wounds.
Yeah, because they're like demigod type things. But yeah, want them to be lightly armored, quick, because they have scouts, but they don't feel scout, and they're fast.
No.
That's true. But
Well,
like
and they also in the lore have like all these guys who are great at melee, but they're not the best melee army. Like they're not. I don't know.
yeah, especially when you look at first wave Stormcast, they definitely feel like the game has passed them by.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Like a thing I point out all the time is how people used to view evocators as these broken, fix them now GW, Nash and whatnot, gnashing of the teeth, wailing. But now you look at them and like, oh, that's cute.
Yep.
Yeah, glad you're fighting last. I'm gonna be dead, or I'm gonna blow you off the table before you get to do anything.
Yep. Yeah, I remember the first time I busted mine out was when you were doing your Slanesh. I was like, okay, here it comes. And then you took out most of them before I even had a chance to swing. And I was like, okay, never mind.
Painted those up. That was cool.
So, yeah. I don't know, man.
Question.
Yeah.
A couple questions. What army do you hate fading? Do you dislike playing against?
Um, dislike playing against.
Shootcast?
Yeah, it's not super fun. I mean, I'll be honest with you. It's fun to see the one-trick pony do their trick. And you're like, that's awesome. Repetition is kind of the killer of fun when it comes to that kind of army.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't want to play it multiple times, but I would love to play against you and just shoot cast to like see it done. I guess. So my default answer used to be Legions of Nagash.
Mm-hmm.
And it was mainly because it's just very grindy. It's a lot of attacks on both sides that are just going to do nothing. Like they're hard to wipe out the skeletons, and your skeletons, they're not going to kill a ton of stuff. So it just felt like nothing was happening. So that's probably my default.
I've only played New Zinch once, and it was a fine game, but the Destiny dice mechanic is not fun.
You don't like it?
Yeah, in a game of dice, when you give elite players ability to choose what dice roll they need because they know the crucial time they need it, and it's just like, oh. So Zinch uh, is up there.
See, I've heard. So if you don't know, like in 40K, Sisters of Battle have a very very similar mechanic, and I've heard people say that it's better in 40K, but I don't know why. Like no one's explained why. I've heard people say it feels better. So if anyone has heard that same thing and understands why it would be different, I'm very curious to know. But yeah, I could see that.
All right, I started with the negative. Let's go to the positive. What is your favorite army to fight against? Be it just because I kick these guys' butt. They're easy to beat. No, it's just like, oh, I love just it's a beautiful army. It has cool stuff and it's fun to play against.
Yeah, yeah. I really enjoyed. I don't think I've had a bad game against Night Haunt because there's enough suspense to be like, okay, there's some in the sky where they're going to drop down, and I feel like unit wise they just do more stuff than like Stormcast where they have that same deploy in the sky mechanic that can have that little bit of suspense, but I feel like when they get there they don't do nearly as much as like the Night Haunt guys. They look awesome first of all, and then just seeing them move across the table, and I don't know, they look great. What else?
We got someone saying KO. Yeah, I haven't played against new KO, but yeah, anything with a ton of shooting.
Yep.
Like as a shooting player, I watch the joy drain from people's faces. Like, oh, I'm sorry. Especially when you get that double turn. A shooting army is like with a double turn can be very abusive.
Yep.
Yeah, army I love to play against. Ooh, what's it? Iron Jaws. Which is just like beady and just like whoa, whoa,
Yep.
whoa. You're like, this is fun. Stuff like that.
Got Sir Marquis in the chat saying he loves playing against Skaven. They can be fun. If you have a unit that can be a blender and you get to live the dream and just chuck him into a wall of rats, it can be the most fun thing ever.
Is there any army? This is like on topic. Seraphon is an army I never thought I'd play. Okay. Never in 100 years. It was my brother's army. That's his army. It was like I felt this way a lot more before I had a YouTube channel where if a friend had an army, that was their identity. They played that army and it was off limits. I can't play this army because he plays it.
Yep.
But now and I was feeling that way even when you were like tinkering around, maybe I'll play Slanesh, like before the book came out. I was like, whoa, Playboy, slow down. I already called dibs on that.
Nah.
But then when Brent started, he was like, okay, I'm going to get Seraphon. But I'm like, my brother plays Seraphon. And then you obviously Shu and I both had Stormcast, you had Stormcast. And then it kind of, you realize, oh, the world's not going to end if we play the both same armies.
Yeah.
And the fact that like my brother has had Seraphon for 3 years almost now. It's still like, he's got maybe 1,000 points painted. And I'm like, hey, you fumbled the ball, man. And now all of us have Seraphon stuff.
Go or get off the pot.
Like, at first I started like, I'll just get it to ally in with Stormcast. But now I have because I had 20 skinks already from my Stormcast allies and a Star Priest. And so now I'm just kind of, hey, I got Lord Croak because that's a great ally. And I'm like, well, what if I don't have enough points to put in Croak in any of my lists? Let me get a Slan just in case because he's pretty much as good. And then I'm like, well, I got to have a Salamander.
I mean, if I'm already this far.
Well, so I got to order a Salamander because they're just amazing until they decide to make them artillery. They're still good. And now I have almost 1,500 points of Seraphon. I still only have 2 battle lines though, so I need to work on that.
Yep. And when it's all painted in 2024, you will see that.
Hey, whatever. Look at this. I'm painting right now.
You are, but your Cities of Sigmar stuff, there's so much. You
Yeah,
you buried yourself.
I did. I did. So I need to outsource.
Outsource, yes.
Oh, it's because I got so much. I'm focusing on my Tempest Eye army.
Okay,
That's going to be
cool.
army for 2020.
I think it's definitely good to have like a focus. Like right now, I'm really glad I finished the last of the Nurgle stuff, so that project is like done in my mind. And I can crank these guys out. I got my Necromunda board done. I don't know. I'm excited. Got a lot of stuff going.
Someone in the chat, Davis MMA. Look what I found at the garage sale. I found the Heinrich Kimmler model. So I forgot where I put it, but I was the model that he originally wanted for me to paint was him, but I couldn't find him, so I got a Beastman on order. But I got him anyway. But that one's just for me now.
Oh, I thought you owed Davis another thing.
I did. It's a Beast Lord.
Mm.
So, and I'd rather have Himmler than a Beast Lord, and I don't want a Beast Lord sitting around here because then I'll have to start a Beastman army.
Yeah, which you definitely should.
That's probably 2020. That's probably their next book.
The next Beast of Chaos book.
Yeah, I'll probably play them. Just because I have to at some point, because my Warhammer story won't be complete until I play Beast of Chaos. Because they were not my first army, but the first army I started winning consistently with. Because my first army was High Elves from the 4th edition box set.
Yep.
Didn't win a single game.
Nope.
Then moved Orcs and Goblins, maybe won 3 games out of the bunch I played. It wasn't very good. Then when I switched to Beast of Chaos, Beastman at the time, it was the first time I experienced probably power creep too, because it was back when Gore had 2 wounds and nobody had 2 wounds at that time.
Nice.
And I started winning games. Like we'd have tournaments every Saturday at the local game store called the Game Store. And like the winner would win $20 in store credit. And so my force started growing and growing and growing. And I won like weeks and weeks in a row. And then so I have to play them at some point.
Mm-hmm. Sweet. That's the way to do it. Let's see. Orcs are the army I have the roughest time playing against, but I love playing against them win or lose. Oh, yeah. Orcs can be a blast.
There were a lot of orcs at the guy's thing, but there were a lot of the greenskins.
Yeah.
You're like, oh.
The classic ones.
Yeah, but they had some really cool looking boar boys.
Mm-hmm. Yep, they did have some cool stuff. At one point or another. Let's see what we got. I'll steal them when I come down after this virus cools down. Oh, Davis, I'm about your beast, man. Yeah, I play beasts, but it would be fun to play against for a change. Too bad I'm the only beast player in my local shop. Well, you can swap armies with somebody. Just
that's true.
Have a game day, walk them through what they do, and then you can just swap them.
I'm interested to see what my brother's gonna say when he sees what Seraphon I picked up.
Yeah, don't let him see the stuff that I got too, man. Well,
he was already slightly salty about the fact that I was getting some Seraphon. That's when I gave him my "Hey man, you from the ball" speech.
Yep.
And now he finally thinks up, oh, you spent a lot of money on this. I'm like, hey, since when have you cared about how I handle my finances before?
Yeah.
Good.
Well, then, tell him to go paint an orc. He did great with that one bone splitter.
Yeah.
Shut up. Go paint your orcs. Okay.
You know what he's doing right now?
What's up?
Not painting.
Exactly. Winners win. Boom.
You think this is a game?
Exactly. Am I a joke to you? But cool. Yeah, I'm excited. it's probably, I think I told you before, it's probably going to be the first army that I try dry brushing on, like extensively.
You mean airbrushing?
Airbrushing. What did I say? Dry brushing. Okay, airbrushing on extensively. So that's exciting. Like I did the vehicles for the Gene Stealer, but that's just like putting down a top layer of base paint. So I want to try actually painting something fancy with those.
We got a question from
Okay.
Hugh Gedney.
Okay.
What's up, Jack? How are you guys doing? Doing great. Also, what's new for AOS lore? I can answer this. Doug finished a Seraphon lore video and an Ironware Arsenal video, which will be out this coming week.
Yep.
And any cool, maybe some spoilers about tomorrow's lore? What's going on? Did they say who the old ones are? Explain that more.
Nope. I will say they definitely went into the old ones more than they did in the first version of the Battle Tome for Seraphon.
Okay.
But yeah, honestly not a whole lot. Really, what the big thing with this one is just the addition of the Coalesced is really the defining. I mean, it is the defining reason that there's a new Battle Tome at all.
So did they all start out with as Starborn and then eventually became Coalesced type thing?
Pretty much, yeah. When they left the old world and drifted through the void and ended up in the mortal realms, they all initially were Starborn as we know them, and now as they've spread out amongst the realms, that's why we're now seeing Coalesced.
Okay, something I've always been interested. Did they go into Lord Croak anymore? Because he's like a first Slan, like a first generation Slan, and he's like the King Slan guy. But now he's just like, oh, you can take him. He's around. Did they explain go into his lore anymore?
He's kind of like Be'lakor in a sense, like the Slave's Darkness book, where it's like he's here. There's technically a few paragraphs about him, but that's about it.
Okay.
I mean, I haven't gone through in detail to like compare the old book to the new one, but it's not a radical change when it comes to units at all. That's the thing where like at the first, I try not to flood every video with like, if you want to learn more about this, go see my other video and just like keep redirecting people. But for the most part, the unit entries they're pretty much the same. So it just kind of is what it is.
Cool.
But yeah, I'm excited. Why do you say Starborn versus Coalesced?
Because I think movement is the most important thing in the game. Because speed is important. You got to get where you can go. You got to leave when you can. And summoning is also always good. And the stuff you lose, it's like, okay, so Scale the Skin's really good. So that's another thing about Coalesced. When you in melee and in shooting, when you take wounds, I don't think it counts for spells though. So they got to clarify that. If you reduce the damage by 1. So you take 3, you get hit by 3, you get hit by 2. So that is also really good about Coalesced. But some things about Star Wars, you have Bravery 10 for everybody, which is really good. You still have the modifiers though. You have Summoning, which everybody knows how good that is. I think some of the War Scroll battalions are really good, and if you want to play Skinks, it is the best way to play, in my opinion. If you're going
Skink specifically,
because they have the Fangs of Sotek Stormhost.
Okay.
And that lets you. So for command point, you can if at the end I think it's the end of your enemy's charge phase, you can use this command ability, and on a 4-up, the unit can retreat. They can make a normal move, so they can move their movement.
I see.
But they always get to shoot. And say you have a block of 40, that's 2 shots each, and if they're fully buffed, I think you're hitting on 2s, I believe, or 3s, because there's a lot of synergies in the army.
Right.
So you hit really good, and if you wound on a 6, if you have the Serpent Staff on them from your Skink Star Priest, they're doing mortal wounds on 6s in addition. And so that's a free shot, and their guys aren't in combat anymore because you ran away.
Right.
Now, the thing I'm curious about if they'll change or not is like I need to read the rule again, but I don't think it says the unit that you pick has to be the one that is charged. So now, if you have a bunch of command points, anytime somebody charges, you just shoot with everybody.
Ah, interesting.
And so I think maybe they might FAQ that. I don't have the book here, but I think I can look it up on my phone. But I think so you spend a command point, you have 3 blocks of 40 skinks, so and 2 shots each, and you're hitting really well, and boom, you're shooting everybody. And so that can be, me, but that's a lot of skinks to paint, man. Funny, and the best way to build skinks now, it used to be, in my opinion, blowpipes and shields.
Yeah.
I think the shields are just don't build them with shields. I think blowpipes and star moon clubs are the best way, because when you do buff the skinks, they can attack. You can get a whole mess of attacks going in, because if you buff them, I believe, with the Stegodon, the +1 melee attack. And so now you're hitting and wounding and doing mortal wounds. So you're just weight of dice with skinks and that potential to run away. So I'm going to pull up Dracothian's Tale while we talk about how to play with skinks.
Is that in there? Because it's like a storm host?
Yeah. I bought the book on my phone.
Oh, gotcha.
Which I do believe that if you buy the physical copy, they should give you like a discount or a free code to put in your phone. But it is cheaper on your phone. It's $20 on your phone rather than what, 40 something for a Battlezone.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go. Things of toe tech. So the command ability, parting shots. You can use this command ability at the end of your enemy's charge phase. If you do so, pick one friendly Things of Sotek unit from the Skinks War Scroll or a friendly Sotek Chameleon Skinks unit that is wholly within 18 of a friendly Things of Sotek hero. That Skink, Chameleon Skink. Oh, so you don't have, like I said, you don't have to be in range, just at the end of their charge phase. And if you have like a slant or something, you're generating a lot of command points. And so just imagine I'm shooting you at the end of my command phase, at the end of your charge phase, and I have the chance to run away. And it just says skink unit. And so skink units are also salamanders. We know about those. Now just imagine shooting with salamanders at the end of your enemy charge phase for a command point. That's brutal. I think so. Let me double check. Fangs of Sotek Skinks. Unit from the Skinks. Oh, no. It's not. It is not. It's only Skinks and Chameleon Skinks. So I was wrong about that. So don't type in the comments that I don't know what I'm
saying. I know that I don't know.
Yeah. I'm guessing. So you can't, which Chameleon Skinks, if you get a whole boatload of those, they're already doing mortal wounds on 6s to hit. And then you can do it on 6s to wound. It's just a free shot.
That is true.
Yeah, but after playing the Ark of Sotek, I can tell you, I think that one is a miss. I played it in the latest battle report. And so
is it the one you and I were playing in?
No.
Okay.
I didn't think the Ark of Sotek then.
Okay.
But that thing has 18 attacks, hitting on 4s, wounding on 6s. Yeah. It's not good. You just see 18 attacks, you're like, ooh. And then you go to that wounding on 6s. And you're like, oh.
That's rough.
So a sixth of my attacks are going to miss.
Well, it's not even that. You said it's a 4-up, 6-up?
Yeah. So half the sixth.
Yeah. That's not good at all. Does it do something special? Like, does it like...
if you... I think it's hitting on 4s. I think, if you buff it up, it can be a little better, but there's a lot of synergies in this army where you need to buff it up, but it's still not good, because it has a skin keyword. It's hard to kill, but take the solar engine, dude.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Really, Ones has a Sotek battle report. And I don't think it's up yet, but it's coming.
Oh, no, the one Brent did had it. And I took it again in my latest one with a Grand Alliance order. You'll see Gotrek. So my list was a Slan, a Star Priest, Bastildon, Gotrek, Knight Azeros, Knight Incanter, Black Arc Fleet Master, a
Mm-hmm.
unit of Argonauts, a unit of Liberators, a unit of Free Guild, and a Dreadlord on Black Dragon. That was my army.
Okay.
And I got to say, the Dreadlord with Sword of Judgment is pretty nasty.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, because he can reroll his hits.
Oh man, I didn't even think about that. Dreadlord. Oh yeah.
And so you definitely saw me fishing for sixes. And let's just say I caught a big one.
Oh, that's fantastic. Let's see.
Like it's all like people. I think it was bigger during first edition Grand Alliance lists, just because like there's so you get a lot of stuff in allegiance abilities that are just good. But taking a list with all the best stuff is still it can be really good.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like I just take all the best units and let's do this.
Hmm. I dig it. Man, I am burning through these dudes. I'm digging this.
Well, I am painting on the same thing.
It's just so yeah. The way that I got the Gene Slayer cult lot. Whoever built them, they kind of went for like every weapon option of possible, which is not great. But it's alright. I'm making it work. So I'm just painting them up in batches. Got all the heavy weapon guys here, standard bearers, that kind of thing.
Well, if he was a KO player, he'd be doing the right thing.
It's true. It is true. But yeah, let's see here.
There's a lot of wailing and gnashing of teeth with that change.
So what time is it? What we got? 8 o'clock.
Ready to wrap it up, B?
Yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up. You gotta go hop off here. But anyway,
All right, sir.
thank you so much for joining me. I can't wait to get my Seraphon off you and start painting that at some point.
Come down and get it.
Yep, yep. And yeah,
I want you to get a T-shirt that says "Yep, yep."
yep, yep.
Is it "Yep" or "Yep"?
E. Yep, yep.
I think. Yeah. There we go. Yep.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, Jack and friends. I will see you all next time. Get excited for Seraphon starting tomorrow.